Hello, Leo. Welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be your general collective message. This reading is timeless, so whenever you're guided to watch it, you're likely to find a message in here for you, Leo. This is for any major Leo placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. So because this is timeless, because energy and timing is fluid, this could pertain to something that's already taken place, is happening kind of right now, or is about to happen. So take the message how it resonates, leave behind the rest, and don't cram yourself into a reading that's not meant for you, Leo. Let's jump in. Let's see what kind of a message needs to come through for my Leo collective. Oh my God. I'm liking this. I'm a Leo North Node, and so life as you know it is about to change drastically. And so we did have Pluto just transgress into Aquarius. And so things are about to look drastically differently than they do right now. So get ready. You're entering into a brand new cycle. It kind of feels like the Fool. So you might want to pay attention to where Aries is in your chart. Or you could be dealing with an Aries. As I said, the Aries... the first time it was 111 on the timer, so instant manifestation. You've manifested something, Leo, and this is going to be rooted in some absolute truth. I could be talking to a Leo that maybe got misguided down the beaten pathway by some lies, some falsehoods. You could be uprooting your entire internal belief system. But I do feel something about some light has recently been shining down inside your soul, and something has sparked an ignition in the heart is what it feels like. So somebody's got you going. Pardon me, spring, allergies, good times. So this new life, though, is going to require you to fully open up your heart. So you could be going through a higher heart activation. There's this energy of love in and around you. I could be talking to a Leo that is filling their heart with love and forgiveness. Who do you need to forgive in order for this new cycle to come full circle? Because there is an integration right now happening. Soul alignment is happening. And so this is triggering some type of activation when it comes to your soul's karmic purpose or mission, and that's happening right now. And so forgiveness is what's going to be needed to liberate your heart from some pain when it comes to maybe some past breakups or endings. But there's a new life here, so you might be going through a lot of emotions. You might be riding the emotional roller coaster coming up here, Leo. But let's see what else needs to come through for my Leo collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. That's exactly what I said. You're going through a massive purge and cleanse. And so you're ridding yourself of these negative emotions. And with that comes a release of some people that can no longer remain in your life, that maybe are kind of connected to you when it comes to some negative behaviors or some toxic traits. You're going through a soul awakening. So where do you need to release that fear? I feel you're awakening to this higher consciousness around your soul's identity, and it's kind of happening right now, Leo. And there's fear, so you got to face that fear. You're stripping all illusions of the mind, which could create this Seven of Cups, this energy of extreme disillusionment. So you are being asked to just simply experience this, okay? And don't have any expectations. And I do feel like you're part of this massive global awakening. And so I do feel you were likely misguided by some falsehoods. Maybe you allowed somebody to influence you down the wrong path. And there are no wrong turns. There's only lessons, right? There's really no mistakes. It's really all about learning some valuable lessons, right? And so I feel it's time for you to take charge of your destiny. You could be feeling a lot of intense ascension symptoms as we purge and cleanse the past and free our mind of these illusions. I'm like, I swear, I get the downloads come in so fast, and my Mercury in Aries, my words don't come out as fast as I hear them and see them in my mind. Anyway, I feel you are divinely protected. You've got a lot of ancestral protection around you as you rebuild this foundation of self, is what I want to say. And so you're likely clearing a lot of negative emotions, which can lead to a lot of physical discomfort in the emotional body as we purge this over mental stimulus thing going on, right? And so you're coming into this awakening of this moment of self-actualization. And so what this entails is this is a moment where, you know, when we're born, we don't really know what we came here for. And so this is the moment where you understand what you came here for. And you utilize your core strengths to your advantage to maximize reaching your fullest potential of self. So pay attention to your dreams. I do feel, there is a twin soul connection here that is coming into manifestation. I did feel twin flame. I find it funny. Twin flame has been in almost every single zodiac channeling this week. And it's kind of been on the back burner for a while. I think a lot of us were done with the twin flame path, and it's all of a sudden reappearing. So I'm talking to a Leo that is on a twin soul mission. Somebody here that is incarnated with their divine counterpart. So this is a very complex connection. It can very much mirror a narcissistic empath bond. And so these connections come to activate our spiritual blueprint, our soul blueprint, in order to get us to strip away all of these old beliefs, right? So we can bring this high vibration love into the world. And so practicing the law of attraction is not easy. We kind of have to surrender, release, and allow spirit to take the lead in these connections. And so what we do think of, though, we will create in our physical reality. And we do this, though, through daily meditation and affirmations. And I feel somebody's been receiving the warnings in dream space. I do feel a twin soul has been reappearing again, maybe after a period of separation in dream space. And spirit is like, hey, maybe this twin soul reappearing is because they're in a tough situation and they need some guidance. So there's been a void. There's been like a gap in this relationship as part of this awakening. And maybe one or both of you need to release some fears around commitment. But there's a lot kind of shifting below the surface in this void. So self-care, I feel, is going to be of utmost importance over the coming weeks. Really bring into your conscious awareness what's become an unhealthy habit and make some healthier choices. Because I think your intuition is screaming at you. You feel this coming. Your intuition is saying it's here. You have to trust in it. But first, you got to learn this karmic lesson. So the World card, right, is that karmic lesson reaching completion. And so you could have maybe had to go into a karmic relationship to resolve some past life experiences, to catalyze the preparation of the twin soul union. Maybe you encountered this twin soul years ago and you had to go into separation because one or both of you had another karmic cycle that you had to go through in order for something to reach completion. I do feel there was a very painful lesson here between the two of you, and you're being asked to turn this into an opportunity for growth, because let's face it, these twin souls come in and they do force us into a state of isolation in order to deepen our relationship with ourselves, right? And so really, you're not ready for that twin soul until you've mastered learning your own soul's language and figure out what motivates you. Twin souls don't come into this world to be codependent. We come in here to embrace our uniqueness, our individuality, and to bring out the best in one another. And so the art of self-love is what the twin flame journey is all about. So I do feel the energies are intensifying. I feel a magnetic pull is undeniable, and this kind of needs to be addressed as part of living consciously together. And the two of you coming together, I feel, is for the betterment of humanity. So let's see what else is coming through with the Illumination Oracle deck. Yeah, somebody's getting ready to take a risk. I think take a risk before somebody meets another person. I think maybe that fear is, if I don't take this leap of faith, if I don't take this risk right now, what if they meet somebody new? There's somebody in this twin soul connection that is ready for the next cycle, which might be triggering an awakening on the other end. So on the flip end, which is giving this urgency, this rushed urgency to take a risk. Yeah, somebody's got to walk away I think, from an unhealthy situation, or they risk maybe their twin soul meeting somebody new. That's kind of what it's feeling like. So let's see. Okay, we get the read between the lines. We could have a connection that somebody, you know, has maybe ghosted, left somebody on red. I always feel a ghosting energy when that pops out. Yeah, so there was likely a situation where somebody was kind of ghosted, put on the back burner, left on red, made to feel like their existence didn't matter. And I do feel somebody is spiraling out of control with a whole bunch of regret here as they come into this awakening in this moment of self-actualization. On the flip side of that, we get blessings coming your way and holding on. And so I feel a connection here where two people kind of have to admit that you're not able to let this go, that maybe you're both still holding on. And maybe during the separation stage, the heart grows fonder. The green energy, heart. So I also want to say there was likely a shift around St. Patty's Day. You might have felt a shift around St. Patty's Day. You might have felt like this fresh start is coming. I feel like momentum here. So by spring, I feel a karmic lesson coming full circle. There's some deep past life roots coming through here. And I do feel somebody in this twin soul connection is a guiding light, is a lighthouse for maybe the flip side of the connection, where maybe somebody's struggling with some addictions and fears. And I do feel addictions have hindered somebody from taking action to maybe have that face-to-face. I think get ready for an unexpected visitor, and somebody is struggling with their pride and their ego, but there is this energy of travel. There is this energy of completion after maybe a long winter void. So let's get a few more oracle messages. I like it. Sacred reverence and the storyteller. We could have somebody here that told a whole lot of lies and now has to go back and fix some past mistakes. This is also the energy of an opportunity for a blank canvas, a clean slate. There's nothing written on these pages. And so it's like that Natasha Bedingfield song, I think it is, Natasha Bedingfield, the rest is still unwritten. So we can go and we can choose any pathway moving forward. You got the pen in your hand. Spirit is saying you've wished for something, you've prayed for something, you've got the key. You've got the key. There's a key in both of these. So I feel a twin soul connection that has unlocked some Akashic keys. And I do feel a moment of sacred reverence. I do feel like an alchemical union here. It is a 47 breaking down to an 11. So there is some type of union here where the both of you hold the key to each other's hearts. And I do believe a twin soul connection here that is here for this ascension journey with the world energy on the hands and the heart. This is a mission. This is your mission. Something to do with Mother Earth. Let's see what else needs to come through here. It's feeling a little bit cryptic, but let's see what needs to come through for you, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. So yeah, this is definitely some higher ascension energies. Endless possibilities. It is a 38, another 11. Some type of twin soul union, and we do got a liar here. We got somebody that told a tall tale. I think get ready for a grand symphony is what I want to say. Get ready for a grand shebang. Somebody's coming back from the past that was a liar. Maybe they've learned their lesson. Maybe they haven't. I don't know. There seems to be a grand symphony here, and somebody's awakened the beast inside. So Beauty and the Beast. Somebody's awakened a counterpart here. A masculine is what it feels like. Get ready for a burst of magic. So if you've been in the dark, if you've been in this state of transformation, I always feel divine feminine with the lotus. You've been in the muck, you've been in the dirt, and now you're ready to bloom. Spring is here. So give gratitude for the lessons. I think the two of you are entering into uncharted territory. And I think to get there, you just got to reach a place of acceptance of, hey, it is what it is. Maybe you've accepted the fact that you were dealing with a liar, whether you knew this was your twin soul or not. But I think the second you take on that energy, Leo, of it is what it is. Not much I can do about it. We can't control anybody but ourselves, right? We're not here to control another's actions, emotions. So it is what it is. Boom, release, and then get ready for a grand symphony is kind of what it feels like. So There's something magical brewing here, Leo. There definitely is something magical brewing here. And a fresh start. How about we grab out of the book, and the book went flying. So there's going to be a fallout. That's what I want to say. There is, I can get the book. There's going to be some type of fallout. Somebody's going through an awakening, and there is going to be a grand symphony here. So, you know, I don't know what you got going on here with this liar. But I do feel like somebody's got a confession here. Yeah, so one or both of you have been in denial of this connection. Somebody's been concealing the truth so they can maybe manipulate and control another situation that they're in. There's a lot of fear-based communication going on here for sure, which is creating a negative narrative. Something is hidden, and somebody has allowed their fear of what others will think of them to influence their decisions in their life. And so somebody's wearing a mask here. And I think the energy is feeling a little bit ungrounded when it comes to whoever this liar is, Leo. And so I do feel this overwhelming fear of exposure, and it's making somebody sick, and it's also making them stick to that lying story even harder, even though they know they've got nothing to back up their lies. So somebody's caught up in a web of lies here, is kind of what it seems. And they don't even understand their motive for it, because I just feel like a lie that grew out of proportion. And now nobody wants to believe this person. They don't think anything this person has to say is the truth. And so, hey, when we lie to ourselves and we live a life in denial, maybe it's a hidden addiction. It could be a hidden addiction. I just feel when we start to believe our own lies, then we're kind of in trouble, right? When we stretch the truth so far that we believe our own lies, even though it's quite clear it's a blatant fabrication for everybody else around us, there's a need to regain control for sure. There's a need to regain control, because when we hide our inner world and we try to manipulate the outer world, it gets really exhausting trying to maintain that lie, doesn't it, right? So I think you've been asking for truth. You've been asking for truth. You've been praying for truth. And now somebody is paying the price. And I do feel somebody's lies are being exposed. Transparency is what Pluto in Aquarius is asking of all of us. Transparency, authenticity. And anything other than true, authentic strength and true, authentic empowerment will lead to dead ends moving forward as we go into the new age of Aquarius. And so the truth will set you free. Somebody's getting ready to tell the truth after a long period of lies getting out of control. So there is going to be a grand symphony, and somebody is struggling, I feel, with maybe some hidden addictions. So let's jump in with the tarot. Oh my God, 17 minutes already. Let's jump in with the tarot and see what else needs to come through. So we've got somebody here that is afraid to be alone. Codependency issues. We could have somebody here that feels the need to have multiple options all of the time in order to stuff down having to look in the mirror and deal with their emotions. There's been confusion, there's been illusion, there's been disillusionment. If you look closely at this Seven of Cups, if you notice here, one of them has a rose in it. So that Beauty and the Beast energy, right? Maybe somebody, you know, wanted to play the field and keep their options open and had multiple women on the go. And now somebody is being haunted by all the people of the past that they've ghosted. And the remembrance of somebody in particular that really caught their attention and their heart is coming up. And so there's that fear of giving up their independence. I also feel codependencies, and somebody here is very ungrounded. So let's see what else needs to come through. You've awakened somebody's inner light. Yeah, to see clearly that they've been living in denial. Somebody's been living in denial. Somebody's been gaslighting themselves, self-sabotaging this connection, and probably their own life in its entirety. But I feel there is going to be a wake-up call. There's clarity out of the confusion. So this is crystal clear clarity. No more confusion coming out of loneliness due to disillusionment and tapping into some endless possibilities. But let's see what else has to come through for you, Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. Well, looky here. Interesting. Well, get ready to receive a message from the divine masculine. That's all I gotta say. He's losing in every aspect of his life. He's in a battle of egos with himself. And there's something here about to blow the lid off. We've got a masculine about to explode. If you've waited for communication from this masculine, get ready. It's coming with the Page of Swords. And he's well aware that he's facing you and your Queen of Swords energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Aries coming through. And so there you are. Very enlightened. I feel sitting in your truth, and yeah, there is a divine masculine here that's been lying. That's flat out lying, a liar, a manipulator, or maybe he used to be, wanting to control a situation. We've got somebody here on their almighty throne thinking they're running the show, when really I also feel fear of communication. Like we go from this emperor to this page. Really? That's how an emperor is going to approach a situation, with a page? So there's still some juvenile communication going on here because of this self-denial. This masculine is the one in self-denial. We do get the 8 of Shields, the 7 of Shields or Pentacles, the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So what I want to say is this has been a long time coming. I feel a Queen of Swords here that isn't even open to communication at this point in time. Leo, that's what I see here, whether you're harnessing this Queen of Swords energy or not. There is going to be a message, I feel, about a past ending where it didn't work out. Maybe there was a lot of combative power struggles in it because we've got somebody here a little bit all up in his ego. I think there's a lot of burning passion about to explode, and Spirit's been saying it's time to send a message. Spirit's been hounding this person to send a message, and an enlightened message. You know, I do feel receiving downloads, maybe an abundance of downloads, which is triggering a lot of static and rage. But I feel this is you kind of sitting here calm, collected, cool. You know, the Queen of Swords represents an ex. So I feel you're this masculine's ex, or maybe this masculine is still dealing with an ex. But I feel this energy of like, you are open to a little bit of communication. You're open to it. Your hand is out, but you're like, my sword is raised. Don't you be coming at me with no lies and no bullshit. I will see right through you because I have a connection to the divine. I'm enlightened. I can see through the illusions. I can see through the lies. Somebody here is also standing in her power, standing in her truth with all of the blue. Somebody has calmed her emotional waters is what it feels like. Could have red hair. I don't know. I just feel like you may not cross here and enter my world with any amount of lies. Because if you're coming in with a pile full of lies, you can sail on in another direction and keep doing the work on yourself. Is kind of what it feels like. Maybe a little bit more work needs to be done here. But the 7 of Pentacles, I feel, is saying it is kind of time to talk about this ending. It's time to talk about what didn't work out. And I feel, you know, with the 7 minus the 3, we get a 4 of Pentacles. So we've got a masculine here that really has withheld communication, is what I'm seeing. Has really withheld coming in with an offer. Because with the 8 minus the page, we get the 7. So the energy is saying, divine timing, it's now. Actually, this conversation probably should have been had a year ago or longer, is what it feels like. So this is likely a connection that's maybe been in separation for 3 years or at least over a year. This conversation is long overdue. My light's flicking. Spirit's like, yes, long overdue to have this conversation. And I feel there's been a ghosting situation and a lack of action. There's big love here. Yes, this is your soulmate. Aquarian energy. I feel Aquarian. I do feel Aquarian. we get this Ace of Cups. This is big, big love. And I think somebody just wants to nosedive into all of their emotions. And there's emotions coming up. There's enlightenment. This is a true pair. And I do feel we've got a masculine going through a heart awakening, a soul awakening, a massive heart purge. And I think in the past, maybe they weren't emotionally available or emotionally ready for this. But I do feel coming in with a very emotional truth. This is probably going to bring up and drudge up a lot of old feelings. I do feel you're going to want to stay grounded. I do feel this can lead to victory and success. Huge lesson in authenticity. There is going to be a grand symphony. Something is coming back around because it has not completed. There's a cycle here that has to complete, that needs to be addressed, needs to be talked about. Doesn't mean you have to take this person back. But this conversation is needed in order for the old to die away, the old to be released. Because there was manipulation here. There was lies, there was fuckery, there was trickery. You could be dealing with the Scorpio, Gemini, Virgo, Cancer, all of the fixed signs. There needs to be a release of the ending of what's been held within. I feel two people that really have resisted wanting this conversation, or going towards this conversation or looking at this new beginning because maybe of the past pain and lies. Pisces energy. I think both of you need to kind of come to terms with the fact that this could have led to some type of legacy coming out of a ghosting situation. So I got my 5 pentacles, you got your 5 pentacles, let's build something together. So there's been a lot of thinking about this. There's been a lot of back and forth about this. There's been a lot of going within and not talking at all about this. I feel as a major life transition takes place. By Cancer season, maybe there might be an opportunity to rebuild trust. But this Queen of Swords, I think it's going to be hard to gain her trust back. So that's what I'm saying. You better come with the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And that's that King of Swords. I do feel a lot of emotions, So let's take a look at the Ace of Swords in reverse. So I feel within the next year, there might be an opportunity for a new beginning here. But somebody's got to get honest about maybe the other options that they had. Yeah, somebody's going to have to lay all the cards on the table if this is going to move forward. And I do feel somebody's struggling with that, with transparency. It might take, a good 9 months to transform this situation in order for the feminine to give this person an opportunity. Within the next year, I do feel these past betrayals will be put to bed. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So within the next year, with the Ace reversed and the 9 reversed, we do get a 10 of Swords. And so there does need to be a conversation about the betrayal, or somebody here felt betrayed. I feel this Queen of Swords because she can hold on to some bitterness, right? And so I feel the holdup for the reconciliation, honestly, is forgiveness. I feel the feminine needs to offer forgiveness. Are you still willing to offer your cup with this person? Because it's time to decide, right? We're at that divine why point. The decision needs to be made. Can I forgive this person? Can I forgive their bad judgment calls? So I do feel an awakening. I do feel resistance to a reconciliation here, especially if it was a very painful ending. I do feel, yes, this is your wish fulfillment. But I think you both kind of got served up on a silver platter from spirit, and you both got deeply wounded. It triggered a core wound in you that I feel took a lot to purge and cleanse out of your life. And so there is an opportunity for a new beginning here. I do feel blocks are being removed. And we're moving on from this manipulative behavior. We're leaving that person behind. And, and although I'm struggling with accepting this death, this transformation, Scorpio, I'm going to release my wicked ways is what I feel. I'm going to release that. And so I guess the question is, can you forgive with that Queen of Cups? Are you still willing to give your cup to somebody? I do feel this masculine's coming in and pouring his heart out. And he sees you as that holy grail. We got two energies of a soulmate here. And we've got a masculine really all up in his feelings. So let's get a romance, angels. I can't believe we're at 30 minutes already. So yes, this is your soulmate. Right? Yes, this is your soulmate. But you needed to both learn how to love yourself first, I feel. And that's what twin flames do. They go into separation to really build their self-respect, their self-worth, their self-value, to love themselves wholly and fully first. And that's what attracts this romance back. So I do think get ready to maybe retreat together and disconnect from the world together, because there is a magnetic attraction here. There's chemistry here, magnetic attraction here. Get ready to have a very emotional heart-to-heart conversation coming up here. And maybe this is going to shock you, because maybe this masculine has never really honestly discussed his feelings that he's had for you. I do feel it's worth exploring. I do feel it's going to be safe to open up your heart. But ultimately, you have free will, and that's kind of what I got for you, Leo. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a soulmate reading, right now is the perfect opportunity. For the entire season of Aries, I have a special on, a flash sale on all of my sessions. I am offering the twin flame reading, regular $199 on for $155. The full personal reading, regular $144 on for $111. And I also have my hour sessions on for $77, regular $99. So check out the description box below. Send me an email. We'll get that booked in. I'm booking into the second week of April. And so you don't want to delay. You don't want to squander this opportunity because we are in unprecedented times right now, Leo. And you are a driving force for these new earth energies. You are on a twin soul mission. So that's what I got. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it resonated. And I do look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thanks, Leo.